Happy holidays, bling bling. Happy holidays, bling bling. Hello, everybody. I'm just waiting for a moderator or two. This is a special day when I come on here and I just pull cards for $10. But I just first wanted to see how everybody's doing. It's been forever since I've been on here. I've been lucky enough to have a lot of client like Zoom readings and phone readings, but at the end of the day, I tell my moderators I miss coming on here. I miss the group that we have together. I miss the camaraderie. And what's so great is that I'm finding that people are meeting like-minded people in this group, which I absolutely love. So if you're interested in a reading today, I'm just waiting for a moderator or two to come on. I am a psychic medium. I've been doing this for 20 years. Hi, how are you? Oh, sure. I thought your name was Dumbledore, but it's Bumblebee. I need readers. Hi, Elaine. How are you? So I am going to be pulling cards from Talking to Heaven, as I am a medium. So the way that a card pull works is people do a $10 donation through Venmo. You can like double click right here, and then I'll pull a card with a message. Hi, Roxanne. How are you? Is it Dream Seeker? You guys have the coolest names on here. Hi, Tina Michelle. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. You guys, I'm getting messages from my neighbors. I just babysat their hedgehog. His name was Striker. He's so cute. Little Striker. So my dogs were like not having it. They're like, can you stop going over to someone else's house? How are you? Aloha, Roxy. My son and his girlfriend are just flying back from Honolulu right now to Orange County. So I always say angels surround the plane. How is everybody? My gosh, it really does feel like forever and a day since I've been on here. We had the most beautiful Zoom group too. Hi, Linda. There's my moderator. And it was so cool to see so many people connect with each other. And there's a reason why when I do Zoom groups, the people that show up are the people showing up. There's so many like-minded readings in there. I'm doing wonderfully. Bumblebee, where are you from? And we always have such good energy in here that my dogs always start snoring. So just FYI, that's something. Northern Ireland. Hello, there's Kim. Kim, did you change your username? I don't remember it saying your name like that. That's so cool. Northern Ireland. Oh my gosh. I went to Dublin years ago, but I want to go back. I definitely want to go back. Hi, Katie. How are you? For those of you just coming on, thanks, Jen. For those of you just coming on, I am a psychic medium. I'm going to be pulling cards for people. I probably have enough energy to pull 10 cards. And so Jen, of course it's Jen Bliss. Jen's first. So that means I have 8 more openings. So nice to see you, Elena. How are you? Sorry, it kept pausing on your end. It did. Is it pausing for other people? If it's ever pausing for you, thanks, Jen. If it's ever pausing for you, jump out and come back in. I know sometimes it won't let you comment. Oh no, it's not freezing for you. It's good for you. Okay. Yeah, Bumblebee. So just like go out and come back in. And sometimes it's if you have choppy Wi-Fi or something like that too. Thank you. So moderators, I have Jen and I have Roxanne. And so that means Jen and Roxanne, come on, Julie, count. That means I have 8 more openings for card pulls. And you guys, I'm just so happy to be here. Hi, Catherine. So Catherine's actually third, so now I have 7 openings. I'm back. Yes, Bumblebee, I'm back. So Catherine, you are third. And the way I do these is I set myself up. I always say these are like speed dating. Normally I also do like longer readings. So if you want something more in depth, I definitely do those by phone and by Zoom. You can double click right here. And till the end of December only, I'm having $100 off of my phone readings. and my Zoom readings. And in the Zoom readings, you can have up to 6 family members, and they are recorded. So if you ever wonder how to do that, you can double click here and go to my website. That works out well too. I love that you are all making friends on here. I figured out who the tiny lady was with my dad. Oh, was there a tiny, see, I'm so glad people remember their readings, because I'll be like, I don't remember. Who was that to you coming in with your dad? So I have Jen, Roxanne, and Catherine, and so I have 7 more openings, and then my list will be closed. His wife's mama. Okay, that's why. Perfect. So I think what I'm going to start doing, I think I'm going to start pulling cards. And moderators, it's not so much needed that they mute their messages. If they're like, oh, this is like me. For some reason, when I pull from a 10 card reading, it's not so bad unless they're spamming the page. So I don't need so many people muted, but I am going to start pulling cards. And just a reminder, my name is Julie. I am a psychic medium. I've been doing this for 20 beautiful years. Thanks, Kim. And these are from these cards are Talking to Heaven by James Van Praagh. So perfect. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start. There may be double messages on here for you guys. Someone asked if I take PayPal. I do, and you just go to the link, so it's not just only from Venmo. Okay, so hold on a second, because another person paid. So I have Jen, Roxanne, Catherine, and Deanne. Oh, it's Dee Dee. Yay! I know who that is. Dee Dee. Okay, so that would mean I have 6 more openings. Perfect. You're Julie too? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, thank you guys. I'm going to start with Jen, and I'm going to pull a card. So I always do this. I always say, God and angels, please show me what it is I need to know about. And then they start to show me. You know, there's something about you, Jen, is your energy feels more balanced. So I don't know if you started doing things for yourself again or something like that, but you're feeling more balanced. And there's something where they said, yes, I got you, Dee Dee. You're 4th. I'm so excited. And there's something when your dad comes forward, he starts to say it again. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that I'm going to come through and I'm going to communicate for you. And then there's going to be a day where I'm not around you. So when they cross over, they look at their life and they do a life review. And they're either happy of their life or they're not. But they always want to help you. They always want to help you. So your dad keeps saying, don't be afraid that if you don't see a sign from me or you're not feeling it for some reason, that I'm not there. Is this making any sense? Or don't, yes, I got you, Nikki. Yes, you're working on balance. That's what he's showing me as well. And he keeps talking about go big for Christmas. Like, don't hold back. If there's something that you're like, well, sometimes people say, well, I feel guilty because my dad's not here, and so I don't want to celebrate to the fullest. What we don't understand is that we are like those viewfinders, and they live vicariously through us. So he's not missing out on anything. He is not missing out on anything. He wants to be there with you through every day, and he keeps, yes, you're decorating today. Perfect. So if we ever say, I feel guilty having fun, perfect, Linda, I feel guilty having fun, or we shouldn't be doing this because they're not here anymore, it's actually the very opposite of that. And your dad had this saying, go big or go home. Do you understand? Where I feel like you're like that too, where he's like, if you're going to give all. Like, I feel like because of this, you miss his hugs, like when he hugs. Do you know what I mean? And your dad was very like what I call like a romantic. I don't know if this is making any sense to you, but he's like, you got to be in love with like life. Is that making any sense to you when I say that? And was somebody's name Debbie or Dottie? There's like a Dottie, Dolly, Debbie. There's a name like that either here or crossed over. And there will be double messages. And so no worries, moderators. I've got this when it's cards. It's not bad. So just so you know, there's a D name too that he's trying to show me. That's okay. Just put it to the side. It's around that little lady. So his wife and that little, it's on that side. So it can be Donnie, Dottie, it's like that, unless it's Ronnie. It's definitely on that side of the family, just so you know. Yeah, right. I was Linda. So Linda and Jen and I have this thing where we always go, write it down, because they're like, no, no. And then they message me later and they're like, yes. And so just know your dad is saying, don't be afraid. He's always going to be with you. There's never going to be a time where his energy dissipates and he's not with you. Do you understand what he's saying? And he keeps saying that word, go big or go home. So when they say that to you in a reading, definitely look for someone saying that, because the reading doesn't end when I stop giving you the reading. I channel their energy for you and from them to you. And once I'm gone, that energy's still flowing to you. Do you understand? And there's something about your dad talking about celebrate big, love big, don't hold back. And don't be afraid that if you feel like I'm not connecting to my dad or I didn't see a sign, he's always around you. He's always around you, okay? I hope that brought you some comfort today, sweetheart. I hope that brought you some comfort. And I don't know, Jen, if you've grown your hair really long since your dad passed away, but he goes, oh my gosh, your hair is getting long. He just said it like that. You're welcome, Jen. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. She loves that. He's like, oh my gosh, her hair's getting long. So Roxanne, you're next. I'm going to pull some cards for you. I feel like I'm going to need to say, Roxanne. Yes, I did, Linda. You are number 6. Roxanne. Let me see. Okay, so I say, God and angels, please show me what I need to know. You definitely have what I call shaman energy, or like healer energy. And I know in Hawaii, sometimes they call it yogi energy, yoga. But this is so cool because this is my card for Hawaii, because it has the plumeria plant there, or the flower. So I keep seeing that. And oddly enough, like Jen's reading was like finding balance too, but yours is finding balance within, because you are a healer in your family, you are learning to have more balance, like without feeling guilty, to say no without feeling like, oh my gosh, if I don't do that for them, it's not going to get done. Does that make sense? And do you live somewhere where someone passed away in the home, or was your home owned by someone who passed away? Because there's a gentleman coming through, and I don't know if he was a patient of yours. You always say that, a patient of yours, or if he was the man that owned the house. But I don't get bad energy from him. I feel like he's guarding over you. And I keep seeing the number 14th being a day that someone passed, or it can also be someone's birthday. Does that make sense to you? It's like the 14th. I keep seeing the 14th. So I always say, if it's not a date, yes, as long as that makes sense to you, that's all that matters to me. I just keep seeing that. And I keep hearing like you're learning more. You're learning more about how to balance your logical side with your intuition. And I feel like they say either or, like sometimes you're wearing your intuition hat or you're wearing your logical hat, and they're trying to show how to blend those together. The 14th being a day of someone's passing and or birthday. So if that doesn't make sense, then I always break it down to like January 4th, but just write it down. No, I'm seeing the number 14. Either someone here passed, or someone's birthday here, or someone's birthday passed. And I just keep hearing that there's a lot of protection around you as well. I just keep seeing that. Yes, I understand. Yes, okay. And say the other thing that you were just going to say. Is your father crossed over as well? And the 14 can be, did someone actually have 14 kids in their family? Because as your dad comes through, there's so many. Yes, okay, that's great. Yes, dad's passed. Okay, so the 14th's around him. And I can't imagine somebody's going to have like 14 people in their family, but I am seeing it around dad as he starts to come through. Say the other thing that you guys were going to say. It's not set on your contract to write a book about your healing journey. My mom and dad had 15 total. Okay, so it's 14, 15, then that's close. Then I'll take that. That's a lot of kids to have in one family. Yeah, I always say just write it down. Just write it down. Yes, they're telling me that you've become your spirit is strong, and now they're helping you work on your body. So I don't know lately if you've been having aches and pains, but you know how they say to take care of yourself properly, it's body, mind, and spirit. I just keep seeing them encouraging you to do yoga and stretches. I don't know if this is making any sense for you, just to help you feel like less achy or stronger, or giving that time to yourself. I am working on my body. Yep, they're talking about that. So the main thing that you're going through right now, if you're feeling stuck, you are just going through a learning phase. This feels like it's now until 2025, but it's not like all intense, they're telling me. So by 2025, I feel like you're going to be retitling your name of what you do. And so just write it down. This will make more sense. And I am being drawn to the month of April as someone's birthday or day of passing as well. Okay? But just know, for some reason, they keep telling me that you have a lot of protection around your home. They just keep saying that. So I don't know if you actually do a ritual around your home, but they keep saying she has a lot of protection around your home. Okay? I hope that helps you today. I understand. Yes. Because you have a lot of protection around your home. Okay, perfect. Thank you, sweetheart. And good luck with everything. It looks like you're on, sometimes we don't think we're on the right path. We think we could be doing something so much more. But I feel like pat yourself on the back. You're one of the first ones in your family to do what it is that you're doing. And so sometimes we say, you don't have the guidebook, right? It's like you're creating it to help your descendants. Thank you, Dee Dee. I hope that makes sense to you. And there will be kind of like double messages. If you all are just coming in, welcome. We have this beautiful group with wonderful moderators, Kim and Linda. If you're not following them, please do. They're absolutely amazing. My name is Julie. I'm a psychic medium, and I've been doing these readings for 20 years, and I absolutely love what I do. I do readings on here, and I do private readings as well. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you. So if you want to schedule a private reading with me, I am having a huge sale on my phone readings and my Zoom readings. They're $100 off, and my text readings are $50 off. So if you go here and double click and go through my website, you can just mention that you saw me today and you want to book the appointment, and then the discounts aren't listed on my website. I only announce those on social media. So thank you. Kind of my way of thanking you guys for following me and being here. Perfect. Catherine, you are next, sweetheart. Then it's Dee Dee, then it's Nicole, and then it's Linda. And after that, I'll still have 4 more openings if you guys want me to pull a card for you. Woo! This one came out again. So Catherine, are you in here, honey? And these cards are from Talking to Heaven by James Van Praagh. There you are, Catherine. You're getting that card too. I just pulled it for Jen, but as I shuffle the cards, that's coming out too. Yeah, and I don't know if there's something about you, starting to be a recovered people pleaser, but they keep showing me like throat, like you're I understand, thank you, that they're trying to encourage you to speak up because your voice is important. You do have things to say. Sometimes when people say it's a simple thing, like they'll be like, where do you want to go to dinner? And you're like, it doesn't matter to me, you choose. And then you're like, my life is feeling so stuck. I feel like I don't get to do things I want to do, but I just keep hearing to start speaking up for your needs, which might be hard at the beginning when you've been the helper and the healer in the family and no one's really checked on you to see what it is that you want. Is this making any sense to you? And Katie, is your dad crossed over? Because I have a father figure who's crossed over, and I'm also being drawn to the month of October being someone's day or day of passing, because I keep seeing the 10th. So it's either the 10th of the month or it's actually October. And I'll kind of pause for a moment because I know when I start channeling, it starts to come out faster. And Katie, are you a teacher? You have such like I would call teacher energy. I don't know if that's making sense to you when I say that. And I know I have, yeah, true. I work 7 days a week and my father passed, but on August. Okay, that's okay. And you're a nurse. Okay, nurse, teacher, healer, that's all to me. So you must also do training That's one of the things that I'm seeing. Did your dad pass away from congestive heart failure? I just feel like such pressure on my chest when he comes forward. Thank you, Terrence. And is there, they're also drawing a J name, like John or James here or crossed over. They're showing me like that. Okay, hold on one second. My father-in-law passed in October. Okay, so I've got two father figures coming through. I'm sorry to laugh, but they kind of make me laugh. So I don't know if they got along, because one of them says I'm the better looking one, and I felt like that was your father-in-law saying that. So I don't know if he would like joke around like that, but I am seeing that. But I just keep hearing, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak up. It almost feels like you're not going to get a break until you start to speak up and ask for it. Does that make any sense? When I say that, I'm going to go back to the J name. There's a J name, and if it's not J here or crossed over, then someone's a junior. That's the only other way that would come by, meaning I understand that. Someone keeps saying she's the spitting image. She's the spitting image. Yes, 100%. Okay. You're the spitting image. So I don't know if you were just like your father, if you have a grandmother figure over there where it's like no junior, that's okay. Just put it to the side. I am getting a J name. They keep drawing it over and over again. Sometimes I know the J and sometimes I don't. So it's okay. It can be a middle name too, but my first thing was I wanted to say it's like John or Jim. It's like a common name like that. And it doesn't have to be family related. If it's here or crossed over, living or past, I always say just write it down. Do you know somebody named Carolyn or Carolina? I just heard that song that goes, Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. I have to pay attention to everything that I see in your reading. Just know they're showing me that. And I'm going to go back to, they keep saying she's the spitting image. Were you just like your father? Were you just like a grandmother who's crossed over? Someone's saying they're the spitting image, which means like someone would actually say that. That's okay. I always just say write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Hold on. Say it again. Are you 3 years away from retiring? I just heard she's going to have more freedom in 3 years. I was like, is she retiring? You feel so young to me. You don't think you look like your dad. Okay, just write it down. It's somebody who would say that. So yeah, that's what I said. I was like, she feels very young to me. I just know that if you ever felt like, I wish I won the lotto or I wish more money was coming, there's an opportunity coming around you where you're going to have the opportunity to retire earlier or not work as hard. Similar personalities. Okay. If they said spitting image, like not looking, but like mannerisms and joking, that's how your dad is saying that. That would be the way that he starts to come through. I do wish I could win the lotto. That's what he's saying. So someone's got to win it. Do you know what I mean? Or sometimes we have an invention or something that we create that brings us more money. Just know, if you had said something like, I wish I could retire early, your dad is like, I'm your genie in the bottle and I'm going to make that happen, because you stepped up and did the right thing when the wrong thing has occurred, and you're always there. Yeah, you better start playing, and always helping others. So the money can come in the form of an idea, an invention, a book. If you have a repetitive idea and you laugh at it, that's where he's saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to create something that's going to bring you abundance. And he's like, why not you? So my experience with people who are kind of logical, and you seem logical, if you have an idea that you want to do and it's going to bring you a lot of joy, don't talk yourself out of it, okay? Thank you. And he blows a kiss. I hope that brought you some comfort today. I know these are kind of quick. If you guys want a more in-depth reading, you're welcome to go to my website for like an hour or phone reading or Zoom reading. But just know that's how he comes through, and he shows up for you. Your dad's very loyal. Yeah. Katie, he says also, say the other thing. Your strength is that you're loyal, Katie. Don't let it also be your weakness, meaning don't hold on to something that is not working anymore. You don't have to be loyal to something that's not being loyal to you, like a work or friendships. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you learned to screen record. That's perfect. I love it. Yeah, if it's not North Carolina, South Carolina, or that song, my chat will know. Who sings that song, you guys? Is it Neil Diamond? Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good. There's a reason why I heard it in your reading. I see that at, yes, Neil Diamond, unless somebody loved Neil Diamond or somebody's name is Neil, Katie, or Caroline. This is how they show me their name. I would say just write it down. Just write it down. Unless they were a baseball fan. That's the only other thing, because they play that at baseball movies. Or, yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Your best friend's mom was Caroline. Okay, thank you. Is she here or crossed over? Beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. And something about false eyelashes or someone having such big eyes. I can't tell what she's saying. She goes like this. So I don't know if someone crossed over. That would be the way she comes through. She keeps like, someone is known for having long eyelashes, or they wear false eyelashes. I don't know the difference, but just know this is her way of shining her light through in the reading. And could you please tell your best friend that her mom came through? Yeah. Thank you so much. Interesting, right? Who comes through and who doesn't? Yeah. Dee Dee, you are next. And then I have Nicole, Linda, Terrence. And then I have two more openings after Terrence, or three more openings after Terrence, if you guys want. Oh, that would be how they show. Hold on. Yeah, Dee Dee, hold on, you're up. Katie, this would be how she's starting to come through. And that J name, if it's not around your family, it would be around hers. And if we didn't catch it from the signs before, then that's how her mom started to bring her through. Does that make sense? And I don't know which one of them had cancer. Yeah, just know there's so much love around you. Yeah, reach higher. You guys, a lot of us, this isn't Katie's reading, but this message goes for a lot of us. We are living average lives. We're not average people. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Reach higher. That's what I keep hearing for you, Katie. Don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to have an idea that fits outside of the box. As much as you're logical, your personality is very childlike, and I don't mean to say immature, but you're a big dreamer. You're a big dreamer. All right, Dee Dee, I'm going to do your reading. Thank you so much for being here. You're welcome, Katie. Just a beautiful woman. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. I just want to say, I love her energy. You must have been more like family to them, because they come around like cousins and mom figures. So if anybody does a reading for you, Katie, and they're like, your cousin or sister's passed, it's her mom, and your friend and her mom are more like family members coming through. So thank you. Dee Dee, are you in here, honey? And if you're just coming in, my name's Julie. I'm a psychic medium. I've been doing readings for 20 years. I absolutely love what I do. I'm doing card pulls on here. These, I know this is backwards, but these are cards by James Van Praagh, and it's called Talking to Heaven. So I think that's appropriate since I'm a medium. They're very beautiful with their little stairs. So Dee Dee, thank you for allowing me to give you this reading today. Dee Dee, does it snow by you? I just heard that song, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. And this is your card. I know I've been privileged enough to give you a reading from your daughter before, and I am seeing this card, which tells me that the butterflies, as far as the transition, she still is transitioning on the other side, but her spirit is getting stronger every day, and it really makes her happy that you guys talk to her. As much as I love giving people a reading, I do know that their family members love them talking to them. Yes, it does snow. Yes, White Christmas. Okay. So that's her way to show me that as well. But this is also like, mom, make a wish. Sometimes we have PTSD from so many bad things happening that we almost like are reactive instead of proactive. Yes, butterflies. Oh my God, that's a sign for you. I love that. So I always tell people when you're trying to manifest something, get a journal and a candle. I like to get a white candle. Look into the flame and picture something that you're trying to manifest. And it's not like you can't manifest like this person's going to fall in love with me, but it's like I need a new car. Just keep picturing it, because what you're doing is you're summoning the energy to you, and you will either win it, a friend will give it to you. You guys, the universe is very generous. We have no idea how it's going to come to us. Try not to think about the how. Give yourself at least 5 minutes every day to just put on silly music and just to daydream about it. Because I am seeing that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Say the thing that you just said. Hold on. Okay, she's showing me a scenario. You know how something about putting the star up on the tree. So it makes me feel like, I don't know if the kids argued who's going to put the star on top of the tree or the angel on top of the tree, but she just showed me something like that. And she's like, you know, like when the kids go to the elevator buttons with you and they want to do it, they want it to be their turn. So I don't know if the little kids were fighting over who gets to put the decoration on the tree this year, or if she's showing me that she did that with her sisters. Is this making any sense to you? And I don't know why she's pointing to you. Are the one, you have a daughter named Mary. I love it when I give people readings so that I can look back. Yes, they were all fighting over the ornaments. Her kids. Okay. She's just like my poor mom. My sisters and I used to do that to her when we were young. She shows me that. And then she's talking about Mary. She's talking about new space, new place of living. She says it like that. And then she says now she can finally get a good tree. So I don't know before if she lived in a small place and always had to have a small Christmas tree, but there's something about her sister, where she's showing that. And I just said, like, if you want to manifest a new car, picture it. But somebody also has like a new car. That's how she's showing it to me. So it's either a new car's coming or someone just got a new car, because I almost feel like there's a bow on top of the car. Yes, she did too. She just bought a house. Yes, 2 trees. Oh my God. So she can finally have it like how she wants. And she's bringing this, your daughter's and Liz got a new car. Yep, that's just their way of showing this. And I love when I've done a reading like this for people before, because the energy, it's like the road has already been paved and the energy will start to come in even more. So I just love it. Thank you, Catherine. Does that make sense to you when I say that? So try not to think of things too logically, because Liz might have not known where her car was going to come from. Do you kind of understand? So just make a wish. She does. Hi, good night. Hi, Elizabeth. So as long as this is making sense to you, she just keeps saying. And a lot of like, it's almost like bad things have happened. So I don't know if grandma passed away and then your daughter passed away, and that it just feels like a lot. Yes, wants one too. Her spouse wants one too. Okay. This is a time not to settle, and it's time to dream big. I just keep hearing this. And this whole theme for everybody in here, whether you're getting a reading or not, we are not average people. We have not had average challenges. There's a reason why you're in this group today, why I'm giving this reading, and we need to not settle. It's almost like they say if you water down your dream, you're going to water down the outcome. So something, Dee Dee, bless your heart, because you're like, I'm only praying for $300 because I want other people to have it if they need it. Pray for bigger. Do you know what I mean? Because you'll share it anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? And also just because you deserve it. So I just keep hearing reach higher. Reach higher. Okay? Hi, Elizabeth. I'm right in the middle of a reading, sweetheart. I don't do love readings, but if you're not feeling comfortable going to someone's house, I want you to be in a relationship where someone's going to love you and treat you better than this guy is, because he should be treating you so well that you don't have to guess. Camille, I didn't see. I have a reading from Catherine. Unless did you pay via PayPal? So does that make sense to you, Dee Dee, as I say that? And did someone have like a wooden cross or something like that? Okay, no worries. I don't see it pop up in here, But yes, then you will be, there's Nicole, Terrence, and then you probably paid before Catherine then did, and then Camille and Catherine. Yes, it sure does. Okay, as long as this is making sense to you, just know that they're, oh, perfect. I paid for someone else. I already had my card pull. Oh, that's perfect. Just found her cross necklace. Thank you. That's it, because I just kept seeing a cross. Katie, is that just a gift random, or is it somebody that you want me to give a reading to in here? And thank you for doing that, because that's really sweet. Just keep writing down things, Dee Dee, as they're unfolding, the signs that you're seeing, because sometimes we'll see a lot of signs back to back, and then sometimes we won't. So at least you have your book to go, oh, but on this day I saw this, and on this day I saw this. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. She says, I love my mama. Thank you for letting me give you that reading today, Dee Dee. She loves her mama. She said, Katie, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. So I'm going to do Nicole, Linda, Terrence, and then I think it's Camille. And then the last reading, I'm just going to pull somebody on to give a random reading because Katie paid for somebody. Thank you. So Nicole, are you in here, Sunshine? Here's Nicole. Thank you. You have teacher energy too. Nicole, are you a teacher? And I just kept hearing, I like animals more than people. So I don't know if you work with animals, but I kept seeing that. You're so much more creative than I think you allow yourself to be. Oh, yep. A paramedic, a firefighter. I should mention that anytime I see a teacher, it's like also can be like nurse, firefighter, because you guys are like educating people. I'm going to do this and just stop. And then I need you to breathe because I'm going to do this. So it always has like that teacher energy. Bless your heart. Can I ask you, Nicole, do you have a brother who's crossed over? There's yes, I do teach incoming staff. That's what I thought. There are two gentlemen around you. One's like a father figure, one's like a brother figure. So I don't know if your brother has passed or you have a male friend. Okay, there's a younger male around you as well. I don't know if this is your brother's friend, but he just said brother and he pointed to the other side. So it can be like cousin, friend, brother's friend, and somebody named Jeff. That's okay. Write it down. Whenever I see this card and it says, as a soul, I can be several places at one time. Yeah, that's okay. I always just say, write it down. No, it's not. So not your brother crossed over, but if they say brother figure, it can be like a friend, cousin, like it's on your contemporary, like, so think around you or your brother's age, crossed over. And I keep hearing a name of Jeff. I just say, just write it down, Jeff or Jeffrey, either here or crossed over. They're giving me clues. It's like we're playing the game Clue. Colonel Mustard did it with a candlestick in the, yes, ask your brother if he lost a friend that way. And it was I also feel like there's a car accident around the person's passing as well. So just write that down. Okay, go back to the thing that you were just going to say. You're good with a lot of different people. That's one of the things I hear. Hold on one second. Whew. Are you Greek or something? You have so many family members coming through. Hold on. I would say not okay, you guys. I'm doing a reading. One person has to talk at a time. But hold on. Italian, Greek, Italian, huge family, huge family. That's something I keep getting. Whenever I see this card, it tells me that you're very logical, but you're also a good manifester. When you become like childlike and silly, this is your area where you manifest. And I keep hearing, no matter who it is, older, younger, you are good with all ages. You are the diamond in the rough. Very few people, I understand. Is your dad here or crossed over? There's also a father figure coming through. Say the thing that you guys were just going to say. You tend to be kind of hard on yourself, huh? Okay, father figures like, this is my grandfather, Frank, and he helped raise us. Do you know what I mean? But there is an F name, either here or crossed over. It can be PH, but usually I don't see a PH name if they write Frank or Francis, either here or crossed over, father figure it's coming through too. So you have a lot of male energy coming around you, just so you know. But I keep feeling a lot of admiration for you, and I keep feeling, say it again, that you're the diamond in the rough and you don't even know it because you tend to be hard on yourself. And it's almost like you're always expecting more of yourself. It's like you're patient with other people, but you expect more of yourself, so you tend to be hard on yourself. Is this making any sense to you when I say that? And there's also, I just wanted to say, is there Cynthia, either here or crossed over too? They keep drawing, yes, a little, yes, okay. So as I see that, say this thing that you were just going to go back and say the thing about, I know, sweetheart, she doesn't know. And there's also a D name, like David here or crossed over. They're pulling those two. So sometimes it's people that we've worked with that they're trying to show us a name here or crossed over. So if there's a Jeffrey here that you work with, or it can be crossed over. So just write all these names down. Nope, I'm not sure who these people are. I know. I can promise you, write it down and then keep my information, because I've dealt with this before and people are like, oh, that's my brother's friend and his friend passed away. I know that this information's coming through and it's around you. So when you're a giver, the only thing I know, this is weird. I'm writing it all down. I am. Go back to the thing you were going to say. When you're a big giver, I say people like hijack, come into your reading to give someone else a message. So when I see that, the name David is coming through. It's like, it's either that or with a DA. Unless somebody worked with a DA. Because I asked them for the name again and they show it to me like that. But that's okay, I'm going to put it to the side. When I see, is there anything else you guys want her to know? Yeah, that's okay. I promise you, if they're talking about your brother, then it's very much around him. Although I don't know if he's very logical, if he's not going to believe in this kind of thing, but just go, whenever I deal with people like that, I always say, just bear with me. Just bear with me here. This is the information, yeah, that I heard from the psychic. And do you know anybody like this? Yeah, my grandma has passed, 2 uncles, that's it. But none of these match. That's okay. Sometimes it's people you knew. Sometimes it's people that you didn't know. If they're in your ancestor, they will come forward to help you. Yeah, he will listen. He will give me a look, but he will listen. Good. Yeah. And I'm glad that you're open to this. And I don't know why I keep hearing this, but I don't know if you've had a hard time finding love, or if you've had a hard time finding someone who's going to love you as much as you love them, because you're cautious when you meet people, your grandmother is telling me, but then when you let them in, it's like the mafia. Like once they're in, and you love them hard. Does this make sense? She doesn't know the name, you guys. DA, they just keep drawing it all over again. I was hysterical about that. Yes, love has been hard. Okay. So I have a feeling that they're wanting you to give messages to someone around you. Just write it down. I promise you it will make sense. And for grandma to come in and say that she knows that finding love has been hard for you. Yes, I'm pretty broken about someone kind of, yes. Rejection is protection, and reach higher. Throughout this whole time I'm giving people readings, I keep hearing, do not settle. Do not settle. Okay, right now just work on yourself and your career. You're a hopeless romantic. As much as you're serious, you're a hopeless romantic. And your grandmother makes me feel like she was like that too. She just keeps making me feel like, and I don't know if she was the clean freak, your grandmother. And is there a Mary or and Teresa either here or crossed over? Okay. Just know these are how they're coming through. Write the information down. It's either going to be, yep, she was, that's her, Mary. Thank you. Then I know that the messages before were them wanting you to give it to someone else. I can tell you, someone has passed, and it's like brother figure or around your brother. Telling you. And especially if they get in an accident and someone wasn't able to say goodbye to them, this is how they come through. Yep. perfect. Thank you so much for allowing me to give you this reading today. I always say if it's not going to make sense for you and you're a giver, then someone's going to hijack your reading and be like, can you tell my son I miss him? Or can you tell my mom I said hello? Yep. Thank you, Jessica. I knew we'd get there. Do you know what I mean? I just have to let them talk. It's almost like when I'm talking, you're welcome, Nicole. Yeah, hopefully this, yeah. Hopefully this records. Sometimes this app can be a little silly. So I always just say write it down or screen record it. But hopefully it downloads. Yeah. So Linda, you're next. And then Terrence. And then my last reading will go to whoever I pick for Catherine. Oh, no, Camille. Camille, you're in here. Sorry. If so, can we find you on YouTube? Double click right here and go to my website. All my social media is connected to my website. And if someone's messaging you right now or messages you after and says that they gave you a reading on TikTok, that's not me. I do not message people. There are fake accounts on here. I'll never reach out to you and ask for money. No mediums will. So just be aware. Okay. Linda, Terrence, Camille, and then I'm doing a pick for Catherine. Thank you guys for being here. I can try my best to download it tonight. Sometimes I know I can promise you in the next 24 hours. Thank you. All right, Linda, thanks for hanging out. I don't know if someone eats, say it again, cinnamon apple oatmeal, but I smell cinnamon apple oatmeal right now. Okay, I'm getting 2 cards for you, sweetie. Cinnamon apple oatmeal. I know it sounds so good. I keep seeing this card, please forgive me. And I really feel like this is your dad, but saying like, please forgive me for not being able to like set up things properly because now they're on your shoulders. If he would have known what he knows now, he would have done it differently. Does that make sense to you? But he does talk about the challenges now that you're having are clearing. He keeps showing me that. He keeps showing me something like that. And are you guys going on a ski trip or something? Are you going, or is there, say it again. It's like a cabin or a lodge or, yeah, it's an area where people would like go skiing, I feel like. So I don't know if you talked about that or if that's something coming up. Does that make sense to you when I say that? I'm talking about getting a cabin for a few days. Then that's how he would show me whether you're skiing up there or it's an area where people can ski. That's just your dad's way of saying like, please do that. I don't know if you've been talking about it back and forth for the last 6 months, but there's this feeling of like when our loved ones cross over, they say they're vicariously living through us. And he keeps saying, he's all, what's with all this paperwork? He's like, Linda's so creative and she's surrounded by so much paperwork constantly. So I don't know if that's just work has been busier lately or you're wrapping up things at the end of the year, but it really feels busy. Do you know what I mean? And I keep seeing the color red. And whenever I see that someone either passed away in January or July, it can also mean like red garnet. Yeah, it can also be like a red ruby or garnet ring. Does that make sense to you? Someone's birthday or passing in June or July, because I'm seeing like a red garnet. Core paperwork properly. I feel like, and with work, do you know what I mean? I see computer and paperwork, and it just tells me for someone who's like outdoorsy and so creative as you are. Oh, mortgages. Yep, that's it. Have you guys been like rather busy lately? Because it feels like this would be the year where it's like this time last year we weren't that busy, but we're getting busy this year, or it was unexpected, or you're wrapping up the end of the year paperwork. Does that make sense to you when I say that? And he also pulls out this card. it got a little busier. Yeah, that's how he would be saying that. So if work's going to be busy and then family wants us, then we have to schedule time off just for us. Do you know what I mean? That's what he would say. And he believes in you. You are almost done with this challenge. I think he said that in the reading before, with all the paperwork with the court. There's going to be a stamp of approval. You're almost done. He just keeps saying like that. And I'm just going to share a story that I had to do this for my sister who has special needs. I had to do certain people on the conservatorship and remove certain people because of certain things. I'll just leave it at that. And the court kept pushing it out. And I was like, I just want this to be done. Yeah, she says, good news. I can't wait. And I was like, what do we have to do to get this like stop? Like it's consuming my life. And so whenever I need something, I call upon my loved ones and I write in a journal and I light a candle, and I lit the candle and I was just like picturing me being done, picturing the paperwork being done, picturing the court, everything being done. And what happened was it was scheduled for the middle of December of 2020. Hold on, because you have someone coming through that had like not tuberculosis, like problems with breathing. Say the thing again that you guys are going to say. And so I lit the candle and I wrote in my journal, I am done with this BS. I want this to be done. I'm finished. And so I just kept picturing it done. And so I had the court via Zoom in December of 2020. And there were like 15 of us. And one lady was talking so much. She was in front of me on the Zoom. I was like, oh my gosh, we're never going to get done with this. But I'm like, no, I'm going to finish by the end of the year. And this was the last date that they were going to do it. And then it was going to be moved to January. And so the judge said, we've got to postpone like the rest. We've taken up too much time. And I was like, gosh, dang it, angels. I wanted this to be done with so I could go into 2021 free and clear of all this stress. And then the judge goes, hold on, is Julie Dart here? And I was like, yes. And she's like, this is the case of Angela Dart. And I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, well, we can do this really fast. Do you have all your paperwork done? And my lawyer was there and he was like, yes. And then we went boom, boom, boom. And it was done by the end of the year. That's the energy I'm talking about. So your dad's making me feel like you're more magical than you realize. So keep picturing things being done and stamp of approval, and it just cleared. Nice, yeah, because you're a better manifester than you know. And do you have his cologne or something? Do you still have a bottle of his cologne? Because I can smell your dad. I can literally smell him. Yes? Yeah, I don't know if you take it and you're just like, you just smell it, but I smell it. So just so you know, that's also his stamp of approval, just showing that he's around you. And so good luck with everything. He's so proud of you. Most people couldn't do this without having it break them. But I always say we have the decision to say, this is going to, say it again, make you or break you. And you have the, yes, everyone could when he came in smell him. Yeah, snazzy guy. I just want to say snazzy guy. Thank you, Linda, and good luck with everything. He's very much around you, and not anybody could just go through what you're going through and still shine. That's a true miracle at the end of the day. So just know that he's saying that. You're welcome, Linda. Thank you so much. Terrence, Camille, and then I'm going to pull somebody at random because Catherine made the donation today. Delilah always starts to cough. Delilah, that sounds lovely, honey. Don't worry about her. She's a Chihuahua and she cleans herself all the time. Hi, Kelly. How are you? I know. It's so annoying, Kim. It's so annoying. Terrence, are you still in here? Terrence. People get so worried. I'm like, oh, it's Terry. Oh, I'm so glad I get to do this. Hi, Trent. Hi, beautiful Trent. Okay, Terry, let's pull a card for you. I just kept hearing Dad's back. They just said Dad's back. And I just got this card. Terry, It was my time to go. This also tells me, because I've had the privilege to give you readings before, and with your daughter, I know she loved being by water. Where you picture her now, picture her at a beautiful place. She says, if you ever worry about her soul, she's yes, I understand. She's crossed over to the other side. She is surrounded by beautiful light beings. She says, don't worry about me, Daddy. Don't worry about me. And she just says, I'm a thought away. So this is where I know, like, we can manifest them to show us signs anywhere, but when we show up by the places that they really loved, whether it was a creek, a stream, the ocean, or water, this was her happy place. Barefoot, just very organic, not a lot of makeup, just being herself. Does this make sense to you, Terry, when I say that? And if it's not working, then jump out and come back on. I know sometimes this freezes. I can never tell if it's frozen or not, to be honest with you. Whoop. This app is so silly. Does this make sense to you, Terry? Or can you guys hear me okay? Can someone put in the chat if you can hear me okay? All my bars are on the Wi-Fi. Yes? Okay. Thank you. Oh, good. You guys are so sweet. He's something but can't see it. Okay, he said something but I can't see it. Okay, that's okay if you guys are together. Just know she showed me that, and she also talks about how she's so much better now. And there's something about how she laughs. So I don't know if she had big feet, but the footprints in the sand, she's like, as I would walk, my footprints would be big. She just keeps saying that, and she just keeps laughing. I don't know why. And I don't know if Dad wears boots, work boots, and puts them by the front door, but I just keep seeing a picture of that. Does that make any sense? I think her about all the time, and I miss her so much. She knows. And she says, Dad's back. So I don't know if you just went on a vacation, or you just went on something hunting, or you just went somewhere and you came back. But she says, Dad's back. She says it like that. Boots by the front door. Yeah, she just showed me that. The boots by the front door. So just let me get this clear. Your daughter loved you and Mom. No doubt. And you went hunting for a week. Thank you. Because I feel like I'm hunting. So that's just how she knows. This is proof that she's actually watching over you, and she sees everything that's happened. Do you understand? Okay. She loves Mom. No doubt at all. But you and her were so much alike. Your sweet tooth, different mannerisms, your sense of humor. Yes, you do. You're understanding this makes sense. I just feel like it just fits. And I know that this is purple, but I don't know if your favorite color is purple or her favorite color was purple, but I feel like I'm being drawn to the color purple. Is that making any sense to you? Yeah, totally the same. Yeah, would you guys get, you know how you can go to 7-Eleven and get their apple pies? Like, it's like her favorite color is purple. Okay, thank you. I'm so drawn to that. Just know she is over there with Grandma. She keeps showing me this, and she is healing over there still, but she is safe. If you ever wonder about that, and I always tell people, don't let psychic mediums tell you that someone's trapped or they didn't make it or they're in the underworld. That's like such BS. I've never seen that in all the times where I've done readings. People cross over and they look at their life and they do a life review. Do they still find healing over there? Yes, but they are always back to the light. We all go home. It's like that circle of life, and there is further healing over there. So I don't know if you've been worrying about her soul or worrying about her, or sometimes we say, I don't see signs. Are they okay? Are they not around me? Sometimes we don't see signs because either we're not paying attention to them or we don't know what a sign is. But rest assured, Daddy, she is very much around you. And I don't know if you guys are having, if you're dressing up as Santa Claus or if you're taking her little ones to go see Santa Claus. but I keep seeing Santa Claus around the kids, and it's more so than it just being Christmas. Does that make sense to you when I say that? And I don't know if this is the second Christmas without her, but she goes Christmas and she goes second, like that. And she does point to number 9 being September, like being a big month as someone's day of passing and or someone's birthday. You're taking them to go see Santa Claus. Okay, that's just her way of showing me that. And that's her way to confirm with you that, Daddy, I am very much around you. She wants to thank your mom. Thank her mom and you for watching over the kids. You guys are doing such a great job, and you are the best parents. Oh, someone passed in September. That's it. Okay, Daddy. I hope this brought you some comfort. Just to know she has so much love and admiration for her family, and she just keeps saying, like, I'm over here with people and their family members don't know that they can talk to them. And like my family, she's like, oh, like she's got the best sense of humor. You know, the old fashioned phone lines where it's like you put it in and you can plug it in. She's like, oh, hold on. I got to send a sign to my mom here. Or I've got to tell my mom a message, and it's like a big switchboard. She laughs and says, that's how I am. She's like, because Liz will ask me for a sign, then Mom will ask me for a sign, Dad will, and I'll just keep trying to show them. This is so cute. Thank you, Terrence, for allowing me to give you that reading today, and welcome back. I'm sure your family missed you on your trip. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, she's funny. She's got a really quick sense of humor. And I feel like you're like that too, and you're like, if I have to explain the joke to you, then it's not as funny. Thank you guys so much. And as I pull back, there is like a strawberry shortcake reference or just a sweet tooth. I just keep seeing that. And I don't know if someone didn't like chocolate, so they liked all the other sweets, but she shows me that. Camilla, thank you. You're next, and then I'm going to be giving a reading for free to somebody. Thank you guys for being here today, whether you're getting a reading or you're just receiving messages, because there will be double messages coming through. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Sunshine. Sweet tooth. And she does not like chocolate. She doesn't like chocolate. Yeah. I keep feeling like I don't like chocolate. But everything else on that list is so funny. Okay. Hi, Pink Petals. So one of the things I wanted to show you, Camille, is that when I do your reading and I have to ask, is your mom crossed over? Or there's a female figure coming through, either mom or mother figure, can be grandmother too. And she says, we've been in dreams together. And whenever I see this for somebody, I always say, you'll have premonitions, like a lot of deja vus. Like, I feel like this has happened before, or I just thought of that and then it happened. Does that make sense too when I say that? Mom's not passed, but both grandmothers. Okay. Are you either named after one of the grandmothers, or did one of the grandmothers live with you? Because there's whenever, yes, okay, as long as that makes sense to you. And I feel like it's in your blood, so I don't know if you actually do cards, but being intuitive, prolific, seeing visions, that's like in your blood. I just keep hearing that over and over again. One of the grandmothers is stepping up more like a mother figure, meaning she spent more time with you. She was part of your growing up. You were either named after her, like namesake. She keeps showing me that. And she also says that I understand, I'll tell her that, since she's crossed over, she has become one of your guides as well. Okay, so are you named after one? Do you look like one? Is your birthday on their birthday? Is there some similarities? And hold on, I'll be able to do more of a reading. Hold on when she starts to come through. And do you know if one of them smoked? I may look like one. I don't know about the name. That's okay. Just put it to the side. If they say, yes, your grandfather smoked. Okay, because it's the grandmother with the grandfather that smoked. This is how they're starting to come through. Hold on one second. And somebody was raised by someone else. I keep seeing that. Say that other thing that you were going to say. So it's like my grandparents, Do you understand what I'm saying? Someone was raised by someone, not their parents. Was your dad raised by his parents, or did someone else raise him? The only other thing I can think is that they were on their own at a very young age. That's okay. Just put it to the side. Someone being raised by someone else, meaning like they lived with their aunt, or they were out on their own, like by the age of 16. Because I just keep hearing they practically raised themselves. That's why I was asking that question. It's like someone didn't have the proper nurturing, so they practically raised themselves. I don't know if that's going to make sense. And the month of July is very important too, being someone's birthday and or day of passing. So please write that down. And there's like a Robert or a Bob either here or crossed over. And that's one of the things that they're showing me too. Hold on. Say the thing that you just were going to say. Did your mom still have a bunch of like crochets or doilies? Like laced things from the grandmother who made those? I feel like doilies. I think that's what they're called, crocheting. Sorry, when I'm channeling, I forget what I'm asking. Like for the future? No, for the child who raised themselves or feels like nobody, yeah, like the death in the future, or from a loved one. Oh, for the July? So the month of July, for them to show me that, would be that somebody's birthday or day of crossing. They already passed. Okay, as long as that makes sense to you. Okay. Sometimes when we're brought up in a family where we've kind of raised ourselves, or we had to be hyper independent, it's hard for us to trust other people, and it's hard for us to ask them for help. So are you kind of more independent or quiet? Does that make sense to you when I say that? And I'm going to pull another card so I can see, because it makes me feel like you're the one in the family that's going to be the chain breaker, where it's like other people were quieter, they didn't talk about their feelings, so you start to show your emotions a lot, and they're like, why are you crying all the time? Yes, you are. So now you understand what I'm saying. So when a reading starts off choppy and I don't know who they are and I can't read them right away, it's because when they cross over, they're either happy of their life or they're not. If someone was either abusive or stoic or not super loving or was hard on someone, this tends to be like on your dad's side of the energy. Then when they cross over, they look at their life and they know that if they would have been different here on the earth's plane, that would have changed the whole trajectory of your life. And that's how they want to help you. So whenever I see this card, I know I have a grandmother figure coming. So this was the grandmother who wasn't as loving as she could have been to provide the environment for your dad. Then the trajectory of your whole life would be different. And it doesn't matter if you knew her or not. As she crosses over, you're the person she's trying to help, because if she would have been a better person here, your whole life would be different. And you would know that you're worthy. Is this making any sense to you when I say that? And sensitivity is your superpower. It doesn't matter if other people aren't affected by things or things don't bother them. If it bothers you, then your voice is important. Screen recording. Okay. On your dad's side, is your dad here or crossed over? And did you grow up with your dad? I'm going to go back again. Either somebody's parents passed away early, or they were raised by someone else here, and I grew up with him. Okay. Did you know his mom? Your dad's mom. And is she crossed over? Yes. Yes, I did. And she raised him too. So you knew your grandmother on that side. And she's crossed over? I'm telling you it's coming from that side of the family. Because wherever it is that, so as long as it's making sense to you, just know that's the lady who's coming through as a guide for you. Whenever they show me this, I know I have a grandmother. And then on top of all the bonuses is that they would sing "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine." Just write that down. I know that you're the chain breaker. I know that she's crossed over to try to help you. Where it's like if she didn't do her job here to help you have that nurturing so that you would use your voice, or if your dad holds back love or affection or comments. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying? I just keep hearing embrace your sensitivity and that you have the gift of vision. Okay, as long as this is making sense to you, because she's coming through. There's something like, we were both the same. Yes, that's what I'm trying to talk about. So now this is making more sense, right? He doesn't show much affection because she didn't. Had she been different, the trajectory of your life would have changed. She's very much around you, sweetheart. I am pulling back a little bit, but just know that's how she comes through. Yeah. Right. Because had his parents been different, especially her, then your whole life would have been different. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, I'm going to message you if you'd like. Yeah, because I feel like I want to give you more messages, but these are like very quick readings. So what I'm going to ask you to do, sweetheart, so I can either refund the $10 or I can give you the rest of the messages. Just go ahead and click here. And I can't message people through, what is it called? I can't message people through PayPal, I think is what you paid through. So please message me through here. Either you can send me a message through TikTok or the email, okay? The way I have it set up, these are just very quick messages. But I think there's a reason why, so I do want to tell you something more. If you could just message me, I think that would be more helpful. And sometimes we're private, so there's a reason why. Do you know what I mean? Thank you so much, Camilla. And I thank your family members for coming through so clear. Okay. So Linda, I don't know if you wanted to do that right now, sweetheart. I saw your message. And Delilah, hold on, not yet, sweetheart. Hold on. I need to let Delilah out. She wants to go eat with Nolan. Hold on, guys. Thank you for being here. Do you want to go out? Let me ask Caitlin, is she still here? KB, are you still here? Yeah. Can you feed Delilah? Yeah. Okay, I'm still going. Thank you. Oh, Delilah. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is raining like crazy. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Whenever it starts to rain, I know that we have lots of blessings coming. Okay. So, Linda, I'm going to go ahead and do the free reading right now. Oh, okay. For Mike. I wanted to do the free reading last. So, Mike, are you in here? Thanks, Kim. I love it when it rains. Yeah, me too. Me too. And if you did pay for a reading and I didn't get to you today, I will message you. Okay, hold on, Linda. The reading is for who again? Sorry, because I know what's going to happen is if Linda paid for a reading, then the information's going to start coming through. That's okay, Trent. I can do yours via text if you want as well. Thank you for that. And Mike is here. And who's Mike to you? Just so when they start pulling things through, I can see. One of the things that okay, got you. Perfect, thank you. So I do have a female figure coming through. She makes me feel like, I don't know if you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her, Mike, but she shows me that as she crosses over, there was something where it's like, I did not get to say goodbye. Does that make sense? She also tells me that she's going to point you in the right direction. I don't know if you were the only boy or the baby, but she circles you and she calls you the golden child. Does this make any sense to you when I say that? And she points to the month of November being someone's day of passing and or birthday. And Mike, if you can't comment, then jump out and come back in. Only boy, yes. And golden child, and her passing was, yes, I feel like that too. And I feel like, I don't know, yes, hold on one second. So when we're not able to say goodbye to them, we either feel guilty or we wish we could. She makes me feel like one of the things that your mom is saying is she's saying I did not, oh, she passed away just in November. Okay, just knew. Because she's coming in so clear to have just passed. And I keep being drawn to the month of April being someone's birthday or day of passing too, because she just showed me a diamond. That's like anytime they show me a birthstone with that, I know I have someone who's an Aries or they were born or they passed in April. That's one of the things that I'm seeing. Do you have a daughter? She's like one. She just went like one. Like, okay, as long as it's making sense to you. So sometimes, oh, two. Okay. I don't know if one was from one marriage and another daughter was from another marriage, but she chose like one. Just so you know, that's okay. Just put it to the side. Hold on one second. Say the thing. And is there a C or K name connected to you guys here or crossed over? I wanted to say Kim, but it didn't come out as clear as I wanted it to. That's okay. She doesn't want you to do, I understand, thank you. She doesn't want you to do the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Some people say, that's okay, just write it down. I almost wanted to say Kimberly, but that's okay, just write it down. Say the thing that you guys were just going to say, go back to the thing. Yeah. Because one of the things that she makes me feel is when she passed, she did not suffer. That's how she shows me. And she also says that she never wanted to be in a situation where she was declining to have people take care of her. Does that make sense? Like, in other words, she would not wanted to have been bedridden. There was something about your mom. There's a certain amount of like class with her. I don't know how to say, like, she was able to pass away with her dignity, but that meant a lot to her. I don't know if that's making sense to you. Yes, it does. No nursing home. No, she would, your mom was a kind person. I just want to say that, but not there. She would not have passed away being the same person. So I don't know if it's called like dignity or but that your mom was classy, and that being in a nursing home would not have been classy, at least to her. But she did end up passing away very peacefully with her dignity. That's how she shows me. And I don't know why I keep hearing that song, Fix You, by Coldplay, but I do. So just write it down. Sometimes people will hear a song at random and go, oh my gosh, I got chills everywhere. Was that a sign from my mom? Then it was. And this is random, but I don't know if she's showing me a tiny house or someone made or had a like a bird house or something like that. But I keep seeing a house with a hole in it. That to me is like a bird house. So I don't know if she was big on feeding the birds, and that's going to be a sign from her to you, but just know that's how she shows me. Okay? But you are her one and only favorite. You're her special. I can tell you that. Watching birds. And she's not gone. She's just transformed. When they cross over, their bodies dissipate, but their spirits are very much still alive. And she can watch over you, which she does on a daily basis, she says. She's not going anywhere. So when we say, like, I don't want to celebrate this because they're gone and I feel guilty, your mom, it reminds me of Jen's dad, where he's saying, like, go big or go home. Still do things in honor of me. Still do it because I'm not missing out. I'm still there. And I'm being as bossy as ever particular on how I wanted to put things done. And I don't know if she's showing me a cardinal or a red bird, but I swear I just keep seeing like a robin, red robin, or a cardinal. I don't know how to tell the difference. But I am pulling back. Just know she has so much love for you. And she did pass in a very fast way, but she passed away with her dignity and not being like gradually sick. That just, it would have changed her. She wouldn't have been able to pass away the way that she wanted to. It wouldn't have been her. Does that make sense too? I don't know if that's making sense. But just keep talking to her. Sometimes we say we don't see signs, so they're not around. They're always showing us signs. Sometimes they're more profound, and sometimes it's very subtle. But just know, I keep hearing that song "Fix You" by Coldplay, and I know a woman sings it too. But just write that down, okay? Thank you for allowing me to give you this reading today, sweetheart. Just know she's very much around you. And sometimes what happens is right when our loved ones cross over, we start to go through a spiritual awakening. We're like, I'm crying more now than, hi Marissa, than I ever have before, or what's going on with me. You're welcome, sweetheart. We'll say like, what's going on wrong with, or what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, sweetheart. You be kind to yourself. You just lost somebody who was very prominent in your family, and give yourself time to heal, okay? Thank you. So what I'm going to do, if you haven't gotten a reading today, I want to thank Catherine for paying for somebody's reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull somebody at random and do a card for them. So if you have not gotten a reading yet and you would like one, please put a heart in the comments and I will just pull somebody at random. What happens is when someone needs a reading, it's like whoever needs the message more, that will come, if that makes any sense. Okay. Jessica, I feel like I am being drawn to you. So this is for Jessica. Thank you guys for being here. And this reading was donated. I don't know, Debbie. I don't do love readings, sweetheart. So Jessica, I do have a female energy coming through, Jessica. And there's something about schooling. So I don't know if you're going back to school or going through training. Thanks, Kim. And this is for Jessica. That's okay. I haven't. Did you just get your hair done, or is someone a hairdresser? I feel like I can smell a hair salon. But I do know I have a lady crossed over. This is a mother figure. So if it's not mom, then it's grandma figure crossed over. That's okay. Just put it to the side. If you recently said, I need to get my hair done, or someone's talking about getting their hair done, just know I'll see that. So is your mom here or crossed over? Because I know I have a lady coming through. I want to say she's very feisty and sassy. And Marissa, this can be a double message, so definitely write this down. So Jessica, is your mom here or crossed over, sweetie? Your mom's gone. Okay. This is who's coming through. So if she had hair appointments set for once a week or twice a week, and she went to the same hairdresser and they did her hair, yeah. Just know the mother figure, she's coming through. And that's one of the things that she would use to describe herself. Yeah, I get numb when she comes through. So as she crosses over and I feel numb, when I feel numb, it's because people either feel guilty or they didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her. And then, hold on one second. And as her sister crossed over too, she has another woman over there with her. And this is for Jessica. And one of the things that she shows me is and there's a February connection too, being someone's day of passing or birthday, because I am being drawn to the month of February. Whenever I see this card, okay, if it's a friend or sister, so when I say contemporary, your mom has somebody on her level crossed over. So if it's like your dad's sister, her cousin, her best friend, she is with someone over there. The more she talks, I'll be able to understand that. But when I feel numb energy, did you not get a chance to say goodbye to your mom or something? And she also shows me the shape, things in the shape of hearts. So I know this sounds random, but they do show us signs. So when I see this type of card, I know that their sign to you is going to be something in the shape of a heart. So it's like you'll find a sticker, or you'll look up and the clouds will be in the shape of a heart. Look for things in the shape of a heart for them to show you that they're around. You were the one that was with her when she passed. Okay. I still feel heavy energy, so let me try to figure out where this is coming from and see how they'll pick people out of the chat who, if they're hurting the most out of someone's passing. So hold on. Is there an Elizabeth or Betty? Elizabeth, Betty, Beth? I have heavy energy. That's okay. Just write it down. It could be first name, middle name, here, or crossed over. Elizabeth, Liz, Beth, Betty. Just write those down, either here or crossed over. I would say write it down. This is going to make sense. But I do feel numb energy. So I don't know if it's you that feels guilty for her passing, or you're doing a shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I do feel heavy energy about her passing. Is this making sense to you? Whenever I feel numb like this, either that or she was on morphine when she passed. It's the only fourth thing that it can be. Because as I pull your mom forward, my body feels like such heaviness. And whenever I feel heavy like that, I know that it's someone was on morphine, someone didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or there's some guilty feelings around her passing. And another card for you, she's saying we're always connected. We're never separated. And so when we look for signs from people, if we have like random messages, like random memories, and we haven't thought about those for a long time, and then all of a sudden they pop up, that would be them trying to come through as well. I don't know if with your family after she's crossed, if there were arguments, or if you're the one helping with everything now, or if everything is on your shoulders. But she definitely makes me feel like, how do I want to put this? She calls you little mama. So I don't know if you're in charge of everything now that your mom's crossed over. Does that make sense? But I know that there's guilty feelings of someone not being able to get there in time. I'll be looking, yes. So that part makes sense to you. Yeah, because it's like there's a burden on the shoulders. And is your mom's dad crossed over as well? Because there's a gentleman with her on the other side, and it feels like a father figure for her. What we don't realize is, I'm assuming that says yes. Okay. Yes, just no. Yes. Okay. So once they cross over and they look at their life, they're either happy of their life or they're not. As your mom crossed over, I can tell that it was very hard for her to leave you. I don't know if other people aren't stepping up, or a lot is on your shoulders now because they're used to, like, Jessica's the one to help. But I do feel kind of like, how do I feel like this is unfair that things are on your shoulders, and she's making me feel like if no one's going to give you the break that you need, then it's time for you to start speaking up for yourself so that you can have a breather, so that you can start having fun again, because she doesn't want things to be on hold for you for so long, if that's making sense. Yes, you were the only caregiver out of 8 kids. Now that's making sense. Now that's making sense. And if you didn't have a hard times towards your mom for her passing, then it's like, why was no one else? Maybe it's the numbness I'm feeling is the burden or the letdown of family members that weren't helping. But unfortunately, sometimes we see people's true colors when people are passing, and no one, yes, that's the heaviness I'm feeling. So no one wants to help. But once mom passes, they're like, was there any money left? Can we sell the rings? You're like, oh my gosh. So when we're in a family that we're born like that and we're the only one helping, and they're not really a family to us, sometimes we find a soul family, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you have a, a lab or a dog, but I just keep feeling like I'm on the couch with the throw and I feel like my dog is laying on me. I just keep seeing that. Yes, Marissa, there'll definitely be double messages. And I think earlier I was saying something about someone else raised someone else. I was saying that in Camilla's reading. So there will be double messages. Just write that down. But there is like an Elizabeth or a Beth or a Liz. It's like that. If it's close to that, then just write it down. There are names that I don't know. I just did a reading the other day. I was like, the name is like Rocky. And she goes, his name was Raleigh. And I was like, that's close enough. And I don't know if the dog is here or crossed over. Yeah, they are my heart now. Okay, perfect. Your dogs. Because I feel like I'm on a couch with my dogs. And I can see that. So just know your mom is making me feel like sometimes you're unfortunately not going to have the family to be able to step up and help you. Okay, now you understand? And I don't think it's a coincidence that you're in here getting this reading today and that it was just gifted. So I don't know if you're not used to receiving. You're the one that has to get things done or they don't get done. But your mom is making me feel like she was a person of determination and she sees that you stepped up when other people didn't and that you're doing the right thing when the wrong thing is occurring. And I can tell you, Jessica, if you just keep on keeping on, good things are going to come your way. And the analogy I always use when I see somebody going through this is the three little pigs and the big bad wolf. It's like you're building your house of bricks and it feels like boring while everybody else is running out and having fun, but you at the end of the day are going to have more stability. I can tell you, once the universe removes people from your life, don't bring them back. They will be replaced with people who are more loyal. Yes, thank you. I don't know how to do payment. You don't have to do the payment. Someone gifted it. Someone gifted it to you. And that's your mom's way of coming through going, hey, my daughter needs this message today. So this is just a present. You don't have to pay anything. Someone paid it for you. And her name was Catherine. So I don't know if your mom's name is Katie or Catherine, but I've had that happen before too, where they're like, oh my gosh, you gifted that, and that's their name. Oh, I know it was a gift. Yeah. Perfect. So just allow yourself to receive that. Know that this is your mom's way of coming through. She's definitely your guide and she's going to help even the scale of things. So I'm so sorry you're going through that with your family, but oh, you're not techie. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just learning how to too. You must be a true fairy energy and true empath because I get it, but I'm so glad you're on here. There's not a coincidence that you're on here when another person gifted a reading and I just saw your name highlighted. So just know this is your mom's way of showing up for you, how you've been showing up for everybody else, okay? And she has a lot of love for you and she's going to help even out, balance things out so things are more in your favor. So just get used to receiving. And if other people aren't going to do that for you, then go get your nails done. It's like stop giving to others and start giving to yourself so you feel more balanced. You're welcome. Thank you. And I get that, you guys, if you're doing the right thing and the wrong thing's happening to you, sometimes it's like we're just clearing and the rejection is protection. And when you pray for something good to come your way and people leave, those people are not part of your life purpose. And I know it hurts. I'm saying it very lightly on here now, but that hurts so bad, especially if they're friends or family. But it will be, when the universe takes things away, it does replace it with something better. So I just keep hearing the word for you, Jessica, that you're going through restoration. We're restoring things. I just keep hearing that from your mom. So write that word down, that you're looking for a restoration. And I already told somebody about a Mary name, but I swear I keep seeing an M name for you too. I wanted to say Mary either here or crossed over. Just know that's your mom's way of coming through. She has a lot of love and admiration for you. Don't let those crazy, I always say, don't let sick people make you feel sick. You're welcome, Jessica. And thank you, Catherine, for doing that for her. I know, Camille, you paid for a longer reading, and then Trent, you too. So I will message you after. I never want to end my live without thanking my moderators. They are everything to me. So if you're not following Kim, she has the beautiful crystals. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. And Linda is an amazing person too, and follow her. She has like the most beautiful jewelry and like pens and things like that. It's just great. Yeah, Catherine, that's wonderful. I will be on here tomorrow around the same time going live. So if you'd like to set up a reading that way, you can. Just a reminder, I'm having a sale on my readings. So if you want a more in-depth reading, you can always go to my website and just message me through there and be like, I want to know about the sale you're having. Okay. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for coming through. I hope you were comforted by the messages today, and that you see that though your loved ones have crossed over, their bodies has dissipated, but their spirits are very much still alive, and they're sending you love each and every day and watching over you. So they're never missing out on anything. Reach out to them, ask them for signs, and seek comfort from them, because they will give it to you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. So nice to have all of you. Thanks again for doing that, Katie. That was very sweet. All right, much love to you guys. We'll see you later, alligator.